this will probably be one of my most controversial videos yet. And that is because in this video I will be discussing the debate between pro-life and pro-choice on the topic of abortion and its moral significance or lack thereof. Now, in this debate, there's a problem people run into, and that is trying to figure out whether or not a fetus is a person or not. And the problem with this is the pro-life people want to try to say that what makes a person is it's being a product of a human being, being a product of a person. And pro-choice people want to say that for a person to be a person, they have to be able to feel pain and have empathy for other people and experience the same kind of emotions that we do. The problem with this is the pro-life side wants to make the standards for which we define a person too broad, while the pro-choice side wants to make the standards for which we define person too narrow. I'm going to approach this debate from a little different angle, still addressing the personhood debate. Is a fetus a person? Well, what do we define a person to be? We define a person to be a human. What is a human? It's us, basically. Age is not a factor. So, what's a fetus? A fetus is an unborn child, an unborn offspring. An offspring is a child. Now, a child is a person. Whether or not it's unborn, it's still a person. Every fetus is a child, and every child is a person. Therefore, every fetus is a person. Every human fetus is a person. So, it's really that simple. We don't have to set up standards for why we define a person. Any offspring of a human being, any offspring of a person, is going to be a person, whether or not it's born or unborn. Age is not a factor when defining a person. So now that we can simply see that a fetus is a person, we can see that there is actually some moral implications here. Because when we speak of abortion, we are actually talking about killing a fetus, killing a person. Of course, there are no legal statutes for this, so it's not like you can say it's legally murder. But could you say it's morally murder? Well, technically yes, because the fetus is innocent. It didn't do anything to deserve death. Most of the motivations people have for getting an abortion is to be able to preserve something for themselves. So this is actually putting themselves before another person, which is really selfish, and that in itself is immoral. So say you got pregnant, and say you can't afford the child. Is it moral to get an abortion then? Is it okay to kill your child because you can't afford to take care of it? No, it's not. What about if you were a mother, but you are pregnant with a child that's not yours? You got raped, and you got impregnated while you were raped. This is where a lot of people divide. And I have sympathy for people who lean to the opposite side of what I'm going to say. But still, I don't think that they are correct in their reasoning. Is it okay for a mother to effectively kill their child that is not theirs, that they were impregnated with as a result of being raped? Is it okay to kill a child because you were raped? Think about it. What's the motivation? You don't want to take care of the child. You're being more concerned with what you want rather than with what the child may want. You're putting yourself before the child. That is a selfish move, and in itself that decision is immoral just because it's selfish. But not only that, to say it's okay to kill a child because you're raped is committing the fallacy of two wrongs making a right. It's wrong to kill a child. But because you were raped, because you were done wrong, does not make it okay to do something wrong. It was not the child's fault that the mother was raped. And on the premise that she was raped, she cannot draw the conclusion that it is okay for her to kill her child. People still want to say that if the mother was raped, it's okay for her to get an abortion. Who will take care of the child? But because she doesn't want to take care of the child is not a justification for her to kill something. And because she was done wrong does not mean that she can do wrong too. That's the fallacy of two wrongs makes a right. Does not work. Now, I will say this. The only case in which I believe that abortion is morally permissible is if the child will die once it's born. Why delay the inevitable? Or if the child will kill the mother if she gives birth to it,